Right then guys, so next job for me is we're going to be fitting this concealed shower valve, and the reason being is this one, this Aqualizer has just totally packed up. Customer's not happy with it. We've had nothing but trouble with that from the start. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to ground some of these tiles, obviously in situ, have the hoover and that ready, sheet down the tray, but I've done it so that will literally will cover the opening there. And what I'm going to have to do with this side. Can you be on YouTube, what? Come on then, tell us who you are.
I'm Rally King.
Do a little day trial, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's got a decent head of hair, haven't you?
Yeah.
Fair play, fair play. So now we're in the opposite room, and what we've done was here before, because we tried repairing this valve before, there was actually a leak in the wall behind it on one of these fittings. So fortunately for us, that cold, mate, I'm just feeling where everything goes now. We've got my hot, my cold, and then obviously up there goes there. So I'm literally going to take this full thing off the wall, open this right up. That's solid, that. I've braced it there, haven't I? And then have a go. Right, so just grab us that, put that on the floor with you, mate, if you don't mind. Grab us the cover plate out that box, so it's like the square rectangle. Do you know before to show that's going to cover this hole? That's the one, pal. I'm going to ground some holes, ground that out. But you can see there's a method in my madness, and that will literally just go on there like that. So making sure I've got good coverage. I'm going to have to ground that. I'll have to get the hoover here and just ground that to make it bigger, because then I can get my fixings and get to it off on this side as well. I'll back to you as well, lad. This is the thing with new builds. So this, what do you reckon, 250 grand house?
Probably. And
the rest. And this is what you get. You know what I mean? Right, so I'm inside the wall. It's quite a deep wall, so we're fortunate, and the reason it's deep is because they've put the old concealed cistern there, so fair play to them. Build it off, and what I've got to do now, like I say, is get that totally disconnected. It is a shambles, I'll be honest. I mean, look at the state of half the plumbers. A little bit of shitty ply like that, and it's just freaks me out. It frustrates me. Obviously, like I say, I reckon we could have maybe tried to repair that valve and do it, but I just feel it's probably was just get a new valve and then get it sorted. Just really disappoints me, honestly, because look at the state of that. That was on by the worst bit of plumbing. That these houses like 300 grand. It just honestly, these new build developers aren't shooting. Luckily, I aren't on these jobs snagging, because I wouldn't be passing none of this. But turn the water off now. He's got his valve out. So looking at this, it's usually hot to left, cold to right. Because we like tracer. Whew. The old clog-free markers. Hot. Cold. So I should just be able to cut them now. Shouldn't be much water, and there might be a little bit. It looks you've got to suck on. It's good. This is where it'll get a bit dusty. But to be fair, if I'm careful, I'll bang the extractor on as well. And get the plate on the wall now. Mark that up, and then I'm going to ground this out so it's totally got a good opening there. So I'll get my level off the lad. There's the top point there. Mark that up and get grounded. Right, so shower valve is in now. I've got it set in situ. You can see what I've had to do. I've grounded out there nice and tidy with the help of Raleigh.
Yeah.
Are you single?
Yeah.
For the ladies out there. But yeah, what we've done there, like I say, is got that in and done. So I'm going to need to get this pieced up now. I'll take you through to here. Because what I need to work out now is shoe covers, dust sheet. See? Oh, I tell you what, mate, you're quite clever, you, mate. You're quite clever. What I need to work out is the depth on that. That's as much depth as I can get on that. I can't push it any more further forward. I can go back, but that is basically the final resting place. I need to make the shower valve up now, get the bits and bats put in it, and I'll be honest with you, I think to be fair, it won't be a bad little job. So what I'm doing now, me and the boy, I've got the valve out, it's all set up in the wall. It was a little bit tedious, just getting it grounded out and stuff. Obviously it took all the time when I had the hoover there at the time I was doing it. What I do now is get the valve made up properly, put our stabs of copper in, because I'll be honest with you, we're on push fit as it stands already, so it just makes sense, connect back to the push fit and get the copper in there. like I say, we can just connect back to the push fit. So with these, what I always like to do is each to their own. I've had some idiot people say before, don't use Loctite paste and Loctite string, but they ain't got a clue. I've been doing it like this for years. Say I'm not a big fan of PTFE no more, it's not me. I'm not about that life. So my Loctite 55, then my Laco Slick Tight, I literally, now this has got PTF qualities in it, you can actually just get away with using that on its own. I would just like to put just a little bit on, like that, on each little one. As you can tell, I've got a fetish for wipes, because we all know I've got OCD, I like to be clean and tidy. How's the trial day going, lad?
Good.
Speak to the camera.
Good, it's
What have you learned
enjoyable.
so far? Not a lot. You can carry a tool bag, that's a bonus. But like I say, I'll just literally get it bit up like that. I'll get all them tightened up now with the shifterage, and then it's just making sure that we get the valve put in nice and level, obviously, and central. So over and out. Right, so we're going to give the lad a quick crash course in soldering. You feeling competent?
Yeah.
Get on your knees in, get next to me, I'll show you what we do here. So a little POV. So this 15mm copper, we usually break on 15, 22, 28, 35. Commercial can go right up to anything you want it to. What we're doing when we're soldering, we're going to solder this cap onto here. We're going to be using the flame, flux and soldering. So I'm going to throw you straight at the deep end. I'm going to show you quickly now, off camera, how to do it. And I'm going to talk you through it so it's easy for you to understand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, Riley, 16 years of age. Going to solder your first pipe ever. What we're thinking. I'll give you a quick crash course then. I don't expect you to remember it all, so I'm going to talk you through guard to guard. And this is more for the young apprentices out there as well, like I just started out, you know, confidence is key. Riley seems confident, he's ready to go, so he's going to run us through here. What he's got in his hand here is a 15mm socket. Do you know why it's called a socket?
No.
So it's a socket basically, it just joins together. So a socket creates two equals, like that. So you're going to put two pipes together. Like this fitting here, what do you think that's called? You've got two of them on your arm.
Socket.
Elbow. You see why it's an elbow?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bit, yeah.
So there's other fittings like you have in here. Like, what do you think that's called? So it's like a letter that. That's it, a T, equal T, correct. Then you've got your socket. Then you have like your M and your F there, which obviously that one there is a male to female, because the reason being it says male to female, that's your female entrance because it goes in, and the male entrance because you put it in. Nothing sexual, just discussing it with you. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hand over to Riley, and with him at his side, he's going to show us what we're doing. He's going to have a go on this socket. So it's his first attempt. So let's have a go, mate. So remember what I said. So what's your first protocol?
Flux.
That's right, bit of flux on it. Now a lot of people will say out there, obviously, don't put flux in the fitting. So, but you're doing it right. That's perfect, mate. That's good. Bit more flux in. That's really good. That well done. A lot of people will say don't flux your fittings, but I always do because I always flush the pipe breakouts. That's good. So once you flux that, you need to flux a little bit of pipe up, don't you, there? So you can just leave it there. Just you can even hold it. And just rub a little bit on there, like that, literally. Now get your socket, put it onto there. That's it, mate, well done. So yeah, just if you put it on square like that, sometimes if it's, you hold that pipe there, the copper pipe, just squeeze down on that like that. If it's a little bit rounded sometimes, it's a bit tight to get on. It's like that, because I'm trying to do it roundedly. There you are, you want now, mate, that's good. Just needs a little bit of gentle persuasion. So you're going to put that now, a little bit of flux on there, do you remember?
On the inside bit, yeah.
No, on the outside. That's it, just a little bit, that's it. You can put that into there now. Good work this, mate. Fair attempt at soldering, not bad. Perfect that. So we'll get further on with this as we go later on, but we have what we call an X dimension here, but we're not going to worry about the X dimension for now. You can blatantly see you've pushed it in. You've pushed it all the way home. We're happy with it. So you're going to get your solder, as I said. Now you're right-handed, so I advise you put your solder in your right hand. I think that's the best option, but it's entirely up to you. You're going to get your blow lamp as well. So we just discussed obviously about the flame. If you put that flame near your face, what's going to happen?
Burn.
It's going to melt you. You look like a Lego man that's been put in a microwave. So to click this on, mate, what you're going to do, you're going to do that. Gas on. And you're going to click that down and you're locked on. When you finish with it, you'll just do that. It's really weird to get used to that, because when I first started, I now know that I can just middle finger, click down, she's good to go. But what I used to is hold that and then do it. But as you get more experience, you can just click on, then you can do what you need to do, like I say. So, well done, perfect that. First time, good work that. So remember what I said about obviously where we're soldering? We don't want to melt on the thingy, so you're going to aim your flame. That's right, perfect, mate. So let's get into it then. Go for it, mate. You can't do it wrong, and this is only like a little trophy, so you can see what's what. So we're looking for the colour change, aren't we, literally? So that's slight in colour changing now. Keep your flame a little bit low on your fitting, that's good. Now start to put a little bit of solder on there. That's it. You want to put it on that bit there. We done. That's perfect. That rubbing it in. Well done. A little bit more, mate. Keep your flame on though, 'cause your flame's off. You see. So you see how you? That's great. Next one. Same again. Go again now. Perfect. You're done. So unclick that off. That's it, mate. Well done. Watch Yanks. It will be red hot. Pop that in there. You can pop your solder back in the tray. What I do, and a lot of people disagree with this, but I give it a few seconds and I always just give it a quick cool down with that. It's just water in there, just to cool it up. So a lot of people frown upon this and go, don't do that, no good. I'm going to get your cloth. Now watch it because it is still hot, but you're going to use your cloth just to clean it up, do you know what I mean? So you can pick it up there. It's quite cool there, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you can clean your socket up, but just be careful. That's mint that, mate, well done. And what you're looking for, you can see, as you get further on, you will get better you will get better at soldering. But what you've got here is you've got a couple little drops which prove it's run all the way around. So I'm pretty confident now if I put that through a pressure test, you'd pass, it wouldn't leak. So well done. So what I've done now, I've done that, and you can see why. I've got to get that pre-fixed first, then stuck in the wall, but I've still got every pipe accessible and available to do what I need to do, so that's going to work. And the reason being we've done this is actually a three-way diverter that the client's got, but they only want to use one of the outlets, so they're not fussed, because on the plate, I'll show you when we go upstairs, it acts as another drencher attachment there. They're just going to use the riser attachment, so we'll just click it that way, then once. So again, it's just obviously the way they've ordered the valve, but they're happy just to do that. Like I say, it'll still work and nothing aesthetically will affect it. But I've done that because that'll span across both joists now. A 10mm ply, once it's screwed up pretty rigid, that will be solid, and then cut a couple of space off just to get these through the walls. But what we're saying, gangster?
It's good.
It's alright, innit?
Yeah.
Not bad am I for a Joey?
No.
What do you mean doing it today? What do you think?
I enjoy it, it's good.
Right, so what I've done, Riley's real impressed, and I am as well myself, to be fair, but I've cut that out, as you can see what I've done for the template. So now I've screwed that to there. The only annoying thing with it is they're protruded from, I'm just going to grind them off, but you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it sat in there and it'll work. So there is a method in my madness, and I think it'll work a dream, that one. I like it. Right, so what I've had to do is put some little false legs in there. Let's see if the method in the madness works. And in theory, what I should be able to do, oh, to be fair, yeah, I'm real happy with that. That's good. I am absolutely ecstatic with that. Let's go see what's going on. Come on. Tell the fans what you've done. Shoe covers. So in theory, if I've set this up right, well, that was a total guesstimation from that side. Pass that cover plate, lad. I think I've maybe made it stand off too far, to be fair, brutal honest with you, but I can take one and pack of boards out. Actually, mate, just needs dropping a tad, so I can't moan. But that's bang on central, and you see now what that is. It's good, so once I get a bit of sealant on there and it's in, they'll be able to just turn the shower on and off, and I'm buzzing with this one.
It's good.
How do you want to say to the fans?
No.
Any of the, say something to the sports fans. Say, hey, sports fans.
Hey, sports fans.
Yeah, the fans love it. Yeah, Harry, sorry, lad. Do you want me to be here, Ali?
What?
Grab this. Grab that. You've got the power.
What? Wi-Fi?
Come on, show us what we're about. Come on. First day, you just bottoming jobs like this. Look at this. Mate, I tell you what. So, where I failed and did it wrong, you've stepped in and sorted it out. Let me get a POV of that shower. Come on, let me just show the fans what you've done, mate. And I respect that. The youth for today coming in and telling me where I've gone wrong. Now, that is absolutely mint. If I want to be picky, if anything, you can just see that it's just slightly out of plumb by about 2 mil, so I'll just drop that ever so slightly. But in all honesty, mate, it's mental, mate. 16, you're doing jobs like this. How?
Don't know.
So a minor adjustment with the boy. Let's snag his work. And all you fans, sports fans out there, it's his first day, to go nice on him. Questionable. That is absolutely mint. I'm happy with that. So you can see, again, it's a little bit flimsy. Well, it's not a little bit flimsy. It's nice and solid once to get them on. Once that's on, just with a couple of blobs of mastic behind it as well. It's going nowhere. Now the next one's to sort this one. We need to get it repiped. But as a rule of thumb, that one, from what it was earlier, from what it was earlier, what are you saying about that, lad?
It's good.
Mate, it's 10 past 2, 10 past 12, and we're just flying. Got a little boil service show. Way. For you single ladies out there. Let's go. Right, I've got a little challenge for you.
What?
I need you to go to the van. If you go in the back of the van, the back doors, so when you open the right-hand door, you'll open it like that.
Yeah.
Then you'll open the left-hand door like that. Literally, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's 2 black tubes stood up there. Inside of it, I've got a bending machine. It's yellow, and it's got like a silver bit on the top. So let's see what you come back with. I do get it. It is hard, obviously. Being on the job, one thing, and trying to train apprentices. I can't stress enough, I speak to so many people that work for themselves and stuff, and like, no, I ain't got time, yada yada yada. You have to make time to grow the business. It's alright being there on the forefront on your own, putting fires out 24/7 and doing it, but these young lads are the next generation of today, and young ladies as well, like I say, any tradesperson, we need to all be offering the time and ability to show them how we are, obviously, do the job and go forward, because at the end of the day, what you saw, they can end up being like us, obviously. I like to think, I know we are, good company, we offer a premium service, we've got good engineers and good staff at the company. People that are coming in helps out massively. If they learn our ways from the bottom up, it breeds them to the Caprani way. So that's my thought on it. We're just waiting though on him coming back. So I've had a little bit of inside information that I think he's got it right, but we'll soon see, won't we? It's just come up now. Come upstairs now.
That?
Fair play, mate. Fair play. The sports fans will be buzzing. They'll be there. They'll be sat in the chairs now, popcorn, everyone like. Yay! So what I had to do there, because I can't get fixed on this one, I'll be honest, it's a lot more supported because of what I've done. I've soldered all this now, so you can see my riser attachment there. I've gone up, across like that, and that looks a lot more better. There's not really a lot I can do with these. All it's going to be a case of doing is hip elbow straight onto there. Oh, you're not. Oh, you are beautiful. I'll just bang literally a hip elbow straight onto there. Again, we're going from plastic to copper, so it just doesn't make sense. I'm surmising that they were the right way around, so I can get this done now. Then we can get the shower turned off. We'll get the water back on. We'll see how many leaks we've got. How many leaks are we coming off? Where's the confidence here? We won't have no leaks. And he's like, I don't know. Yeah, thank you. I don't know. The fans are there screaming like sports fans, like home run, and I'm like, come on, lads. That's pretty much about all I can do with that, to be honest with you. So that's all made up, nice and solid. That's a lot more secure as well. Again, I'd like to done it on copper, but final connections that was already there in plastic, so I'll put a couple of screws there just to stop water hammer. We'll go through to this side, lad. Make sure it's all turned off. It's 20 past 12 now. Tedious job, to be honest with you, but we'll just get it done. What I'm doing now is going downstairs, start getting the water turned back on. So what I need to do, so that's the riser, that's off, and that's the drench head. But if you remember, I've blocked the drench head off, so that can't be used. Right, so we'll go get the water one. So I've just tested the shower now. To be fair, the shower's working good. Just had that running. Got to put the rosette heads and stuff on, but we're getting good blended water. I've got Riley through here now. He's literally just making sure. Has it passed the test? Are we happy?
Yeah, it's all fine.
No leaks. I like it, mate. So we're happy with that. It's nice. So I can start getting it built back up now. The hot and colds are definitely the right way around. So we're happy with that one. She's good. Start getting packed up. Bit low on the job. So this side, you can see what I've done. Obviously, I did make it quite tight. You see my little pencil line there. Time that goes on now, squeezes the mastic out. It'll be nice, I'll just smoothing it off. Obviously, if we ever need to set this off again, we can just cut a knife all around the edge because I know what I've done, so I'm happy with that one. And obviously, you can see in there now, the valve has just got the slightest bit of flex. But again, time that plate is on and that is solid in there, there'll be no issue. Again, we had numerous people come to this job and they rejected the job saying you need to fill in your bathroom. My boy Riley comes and says, listen, let me in, let me at it. So I said, mate, take a stance. Look what he's created. A monstrosity. No, I can bin it all, mate. Mint that, well done. So that is done now. I've just tested the shower now, literally as I speak. And to be honest with you, if I say so myself, I've done an amazing job. Haven't you, Ali?
Yeah.
Cracking job. Just being inside that, done. So I'm going to leave Harry now. Harry, stop saying Harry. I'm going to leave Riley. That's why, Riley and Harry. He's just going to get tidied up in there. Copper-ride material, copper-ride, boom, off. So what I've got to do now is rebuild this wall. Like I said, I'll put a couple of clips on there and then literally check all my joints. And she's done. I know you guys are like, well, what's going on here? You've capped off. That's not news, so I've not got a riser attachment. They might be putting a joint shed in later on, but we've just done that for now. Again, this wall is going to get redone. We've been in this wall before. She wants me to patch it back up for now. They're going to have an afterthought, like I say, but obviously the valve was incorrect, I'll be brutally honest. But again, we deliver the goods to the client. We've done our best, what we can do. In all honesty, the situation was working, and I'll be honest, I think we've done a pretty good job. I'm happy with the overall performance of how the V8 engine has performed, you know. Let's go, hustlers. So, I've put the wall back together. I know, you're cursing me going, look at the state of that, but there's not much more I can do. I've made it up, I've sunk everything, I've scratched all the old filler off. I'm going to now fill that up with some polyfill. It'll literally be down to the client once we're done, just to sand it and paint it. But obviously, it was either this, or go into the tiles and rip the bathroom out. What would you have done, gangster?
I don't know.
I respect it, the Caprani wear. I like it. So we'd love to see it again. Then what we got to do, fair. Been alright. I'm packed on. What this one doing? A little cheeky boiler service while I'm here. Just obviously check it out. Had a little leak on the boiler. She's going to bed. She's dead. So that's done. That's all sorted now. I'm not just getting my van put back to normal while I'm just getting tired and stuff again. That's why I think it is crucial with the lads. One of the most important things I think we need to learn at the start is how to clean up. And that isn't being, not saying I won't clean up, I will clean up, but while I'm packing the van, because I don't know how to pack it, I'll pack the van, you can get over and tidy. To me, it's such a crucial element in any business. Being clean and tidy should be, it's imperative. Like I said, we had an issue on a job the other day. It wasn't nothing major, a little leak on the toilet. Lads had left it a little bit messy. It wasn't that bad, but they left it a little bit messy. What that in turn does is straight away the client's got the back about one being a little bit messy on site, because there was other trade on site, so it was messy, and two, there's a leak. If site was nice and tidy, all clean and stuff, there's a leak, it just dampens the situation, you know. It just shows that you care and there's courtesy. I've been bred for I serve my time with Matty Steele at Classical Gas. What a guy. But obviously, just being clean, and my OCD does come into play, but I just believe it, and I see most tradesmen, and I believe most customers will look at another tradesman in. If they're setting the tools out tidy, they're being tidy, being courteous and being polite and everything in the property, dust sheets down and stuff, they're at ease, they can relax. It's when they see tools all over, mess, everything, I'd be the same. I'd be like, I don't feel confident with you being in my property. So again, call it picky, call it what you want, but being clean, that is the first thing any new apprentice should learn, how to clean and tidy up. Because once they've got that skill, one, it's a life skill for when they get older, and two, then we move on to other things, you know, start installing things and doing things. But the first skill for me to learn as an apprentice, and the first one I learned, is sweeping up, doing things just doing the job as it should be done. Being clean should absolutely be imperative in any business. Good housekeeping skills, remember that. And I tell you what, you can have that one for free.